How about now? Are we good? Audio? Are we good? Let me know. DMT Infinity, what's going on, bro? The Soma Alchemy Podcast, what's going on? Awesome. As I was saying, I am pretty fucking herbed. I've been drinking motherwort basically, I don't want to say all day, because motherwort lasts like a good 4 to 5 hours. So I just redosed at 10. It's 10:05 now. But yeah, I made a really, really, really strong tea. Well, brew with motherwort. And I've been on motherwort for like the past few days. So I've kind of just been like, just in that vibe. Had me doing research today, though. I was doing research on motherwort and the molecule that's in motherwort called stachydrin. And I came across another plant. This plant's known as the intoxicating mint. But the intoxicating mint also contains stachydrin as well. And the effects of the intoxicating mint and the effects of stachydrin are pretty similar. I've never done the intoxicating mint, but from the reports I've read today, it seems like it's very similar to motherwort. So I'm going to try, that's the next plant I'm going to get ready to try eventually here soon. But yeah, I've been just motherworded the fuck out. High doses. And yeah. About to pack up the wax pen. So if you guys smoke, Pippi Longstock, what's good, bro? I will be right back. 870 Pillow, what's going on? I don't know if you guys got any questions or whatever, but I'm about to be right back. Oh shit, everybody's still here. DMT Infinity says, let me hit this real quick. Woo. DMT Infinity says, I've been drinking Kratom for about 2 months straight and have been in an extremely creative headspace from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. This has been the most productive 2 months I've had all year long. And by the way, please make more rap videos and music soon. I'm obsessed with your rap videos, and you are legitimately one of my favorite rappers now. You know, I appreciate that, bro. Real shit. And I know I need to get back into music. It's just music's a complicated thing. Because I love it. I think I love music's my guilty pleasure. I love making it too much.
Look.
Oh, hold on. H70 Polo says, haven't seen much from you lately, DMT Infinity, so kind of funny you claim most productive. Honestly, I guess to back him up a little bit, because I did the same shit. Some of the most productive times are the times where you don't really see it. Sometimes production is going on behind closed doors type shit. Because, like, I don't know. It's been the best year that I've had as well, the most productive, but not really. I haven't made a video in a while or whatever, but I got things cooking up for 2021. It's funny because DMT Infinity just said that. It comes out. DMT Infinity says, check out the channel, check out Facebook, and just wait for November. Also, check out my gaming channel and check out my new podcast. I guess that's what I mean, yeah. Like, same thing with me. 2021, I'll definitely have more people on my podcast. I'll definitely have more things, documentaries. Like, 2020, I feel like since we're all in quarantine and shit's fucked up, we need to take time to figure out what the fuck we're doing. That's kind of what I just did. It was like, just take time, figure out what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, what do I want my life to be? And, yeah. I'll repack this. Dracula, what's going on? How has your self-identity changed doing L Weekly? Honestly, I feel like I've changed a lot, but not really, because DMT already kind of did that. But the LSD, I feel like I have more confidence in myself. I definitely have more confidence in the thoughts in my head and understanding that the thoughts in my head are the most valuable thing ever. It matters what you think about a lot. So, like, I don't know. Doing LSD almost weekly, almost every week, has definitely altered the way I look at life in a good way. It's more of a video game, and I realize this whole life is more on me. Craig Creel, what's going on? Peace Love Productions, what's going on? I said, yeah, the Mark Chain Cubenzi's days with the psychedelic rap. That's because back then I was still, I don't know. Music will always be a part of me, and I've been working on music behind the scenes. It's just, it's not rap music. It's more like some trippy, I don't know, trippy type music. I do have 1, 2, 3, probably 5 or 6 rap songs though that I could drop. I would just have to record them, master them, and drop them. But they're already written. I've had songs written for a while now, for almost a year now, or probably over a year. But as fucked up as this sounds, I've generally been trying to focus on how to make money. And I know this sounds kind of fucked up, but making music right now can't make me money right now at this moment in time. So I want to do the things that can make me money first, whether it's get another job to save up, or whether it's launch my business, or whether it's whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. Um, and then get back into music, and then get back into some of my guilty pleasures. DMT Infinity says I don't live stream much anymore because I feel like they get in the way of the real show on DMT Infinity. My only thing with that is, what is the real show? Real is whatever you make it. And I used to think the same thing. I used to think I'd rather make a video than live stream. But now I'm on this weird kick of live streaming because live streaming is so fun. It's so much more real to me. I love to philosophize and have conversations, and it's hard philosophizing with the computer because I'm just like on a constant free flow of my own consciousness. But I do agree with you, DMT Infinity. Quality over quantity, which is why there's not a live stream every twice a day, every single day. It's because I could live stream every day, but the quality of what the hell I'm saying would dwindle down. I'd end up repeating myself way too much. I'd end up just saying the same thing over and over and over again. Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan. You're the real show, Mark. I appreciate that, bro. That's kind of what I was getting at, is we are the show. Whether we make a documentary, whether we make a podcast, whether we live stream, whether we make a video, whether we post a picture on Instagram, whether you make a Facebook post, you are the show. It's all you. Just find a way to get your mind out, your ideas out, your soul out. Like, that's generally the only reason I make videos or music or any of this is because I just want to express my soul out into the world before I die. Shouldn't we all, though? The Soma Alchemy podcast. I see nothing wrong with subfrequent doses. It clears my brain fog and makes me a nicer person. I agree with you on that, too. I would say me tripping as much as I have has definitely made me a better person, a nicer person, more empathetic. I can feel more. I've already been able to feel, but I just feel a lot more. And I can also feel what's wrong a lot more and a lot easier.
Love you.
So much. I love you all. I love you. I get what you mean, though, DMT Infinity. He says the real show on DMT Infinity is my music videos, my trip reports, my gaming videos, my secret series, my podcast, my reviews, Facebook lectures. Exactly. My interviews. Yeah, it's the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle, as I say. Oh, I want to hit this pen again, but I've been dying from this wax. I cannot say cheers. The pen just died on me. So charge it. So now I must wait. It was fine. Give me time to clear my throat anyways. But honestly, that's why I've been using motherwort as much as I have. So I won't have any more LSD for a little bit. So I've just been diving deep with motherwort and diving deep with a few things and smoking. And what I've noticed for me is because I'm the type of person I am, like, man, I love LSD. LSD makes me feel like, you know, that drug that's in the movie Lucy, the drug that's in the movie Limitless. Like, LSD reminds me of a real life that, because I feel so much more of the enhanced version of me mentally. Like, I'm thinking of my future and the way to get there much differently. And I don't know. I'm able to look at my situations in my life and analyze them from many different perspectives that I was not looking at them before. And just, it's very interesting. But also with LSD, shit, I've had a lot of fun. It's the one psychedelic that I tend to have a lot of fun with as well. Like, on mushrooms, not to get personal, but like on mushrooms, I cannot have sex at all. Like, it's like I don't want. It doesn't even cross the mind. It's weird. Like, don't touch me, that type of shit. Like, it's just weird. But on LSD, it's like, you know, I've had deep trips where I don't have sex, but a lot of times, you know, I'm having sex, young, wild, and free, living, doing my thing, exploring the ideas and possibilities of my future and things I want to do in my life and things I want to create in my life, and um, just, you know, reorganizing my brain. While I'm on L, I like to reorganize my brain in the way I think, and it's like a desktop cleaner for me. My desktop is really messy, and it's a good representation of my mind. So, like, LSD allows me to reorganize my desktop and organize things in folders, and, you know, mentally and metaphorically. But like, it's just been an amazing tool. Fucking amazing. DMT Infinity says it's all good though, because artists will never please everybody, and what I do isn't for everybody, but the true infinites will always be there, and they will always have my heart. But on a side note, what are your thoughts and opinions when it comes to art? Why do you personally believe art is important? Art meaning everything from acting to making video games, painting, music, etc. Um, Honestly, I feel like art is life. It's a complicated thing, but this whole thing is art. You know, my arm is based on the phi ratio, and like that's math, but math is some type of art, and this is all like the art of God in a sense, the whole universe and everything. And Mother Earth is so beautiful, and if you look at you know, a sunset, and it's like we paint a picture of a sunset trying to replicate the most beautiful original art, which is the actual world we live in, right? See, I think art and music and things like this are some of our greatest, it's our greatest expression, right? So for me, when I was a kid, I started making music at 11 because I couldn't express myself. I had no siblings. You know, my dad wasn't in my life as much as I would have liked. So, like, I had no one to really express myself to, really. So, I started making music. I started rapping and expressing how I felt in words, right? And then I figured out how to be an artist with it, which is wordplay, right? Metaphors and similes, and the way you flow on the beat and how you can, I don't know, just so many different flows and different things you could do with rapping. And that was my art, right? But I think art is important because there's things that are in you that can only be expressed through art. You know, parts of you. I think that is the point of art, is to express yourself, to scar your art with yourself. When I make beats, the reason why I have a hard time selling beats is because when I make beats, it's usually when I'm sad, happy, high as fuck, something, and I tend to scar my beats with the feeling I felt that day. So if I was sad that day, the beat is going to have a sad vibe. You'll hear it in the beat. If I felt like I'm sick and tired of shit and I'm motivated and I need to get the fuck up and do something with my life, you'll hear that in the beat as well. So I think art is just the fucking most amazing thing because you can express yourself. But even this is considered an art, right? Wordplay, speaking in general, is an art form because you have to work at it. Not very many people can turn a camera on and just start speaking randomly with no notes, no nothing, just free flow off the top of the mind with a little bit of weed and some other word, and I'm good. Mysterious Noob Life, what's going on? See, I like video games as well. Video games are like creating a whole entire world. Like I want to try to learn how to use Blender so I can start making animations and video games and shit like that. But that's a dream that maybe I'll work on one day. But if I have time. But yeah, psychedelics are definitely, the biggest representation of art, like visually. Artist's task is to save the soul of mankind. Anything less is a dithering while Rome burns. Terrence McKenna said that. Fuck yeah. And I agree. And that's why I think it's our job as artists, because I would consider myself an artist. Anyone who can speak, can get their message across, can make videos, philosophize, sing, make books, make music, paint, any of that. These are art forms, and it's generally up to us. It really is. Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan. Agree with you. I feel more empathetic abilities after so much psilocybin. I feel the same after so much LSD. Mysterious New Life says, not much. Just got back from the beach as usual. Fuck yeah. I've never been to a beach, but sounds dope. Mysterious New Life says, question, how many of those little rectangular chocolate bar squares of mushrooms do you take? I don't know. I take just pure mushrooms. Just pure mushrooms, and my preferred dose now is like an eighth and above type shit. Last time I took mushrooms, I just weighed out an eighth of dried mushrooms and ate them. And I wish this pen would charge so I could take a hit. Mysterious New Life says, I want to take them to see if it helps me getting off kratom. I would take off kratom every 3 days with tianeptine. I feel pretty normal. See, tianeptine is very addictive. It's honestly, I think tianeptine is more addictive than kratom. So I would like stop at the tianeptine. I mean, this is what I would do personally. I can't tell you what you should do, but like, psilocybin has been known to help with addiction and things like that. Same thing with LSD. So like what I did personally when I just started using kratom again, and I found myself almost addicted to kratom again. So I used LSD 2 days in a row. And the third day, when I was coming down, obviously the kratom withdrawal thing was gone. I was fine. And but psilocybin will work the same. And honestly, I think psilocybin would probably work better than LSD when it comes to addiction thing. Geek Links, what's going on, bro? Says, I'm depressed. I don't know why. Well, what's up? What's been going on? I try to stay away from mysterious new life. I try to stay away from things that are addictive. Now, after taking kratom 3-4 times a day for 3 years and just trying other different plant opioids and different things I was addicted to, now I just try to like stay away from addictive things as much as possible. I use kratom once in a while. I use some things like that once in a while, but basically the only addiction I have now is coffee. I drink coffee every day, but yeah, that's broke, DM. That's fucking dope, DMT Infinity. He says, also, I decided to turn my gaming channel into a mini podcast series with new guests on every week. So far, I have 8 new guests on the show and saved in a folder ready to be scheduled to upload. That's fucking awesome. Giggling says, I have a soulmate, but I am just disconnected from the feeling of love. Still just amazes me that someone actually cares if I... Well, I guess, I don't know how old you are, bro, but life is never... I put it this way, something I've realized in my life lately is life is never as bad as I think it is. If I have the ability to have the internet, live in a country that has stores, the corona's happened and no one in my immediate family has died. So that's fucking amazing, right? And if you can say the same, then that's fucking amazing. I know when I was diving deep with MDMA over the summer for a little bit, I ended up with like an MDMA crash. And I wouldn't say depression, but I can see why people get depressed on MDMA. Mysterious Noob Life. I don't know who you were talking to for the how many doses of kratom a day. So I just used to be addicted to kratom. So I used to take it 3 to 4 times a day, anywhere from 3 to 5 grams of kratom each dose. Sometimes I'd take kratom extract, sometimes I did not. But I was taking kratom every day for 3 years straight. Then I stopped for like six. No, then I stopped for like a year. Then I tried it and I started taking kratom again. I did it for about 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row. I could tell I was gonna get addicted to it again. So then I decided, say, fuck this. I'm just gonna use LSD to help me get off of it. So then I used LSD to help me get off of it. And now I just use, that's kind of what I do. And if I didn't have L, I would have used psilocybin or it, I used to use DMT to do the same thing. But DMT doesn't work as well for me to do things like that. But these are just my own personal experiences. Mysterious Noob says, I took some Elephant John Con kratom about an hour ago. Fuck yeah. I took some really strong motherwort tea, about 4 ounces of it. Maybe 5 ounces of it, yeah. 36 minutes ago. So that's starting to kick in. Keegan says, I don't know, man. I don't want to fuck this relationship up, and I'm sad because of the possibility it could end any day. Then, to be bluntly honest with you, that's in your head. You'll create that. In a relationship, you can't think anything like that. You just have to enjoy the relationship and understand that you could die tomorrow. I mean, we could all die tomorrow. The love of my life, the girl that she's in the other room, but she's the woman I'm gonna marry, and like I could die tomorrow before I marry her, and she could die, and this is reality we live in. But we shouldn't allow that fear or that whatever to prevent us from enjoying the moment, from enjoying life, enjoying the relationship, and there's only just go with it in a sense, just flow with it, let go to the relationship similarly to the way you let go to psychedelics. Like you have to let go to love in the same way. You just have to let go and trust. And love is the scariest fucking thing because it can crash and it could shatter you into a million pieces. But let me tell you, when I was young, I didn't think this shit out, but like there really is so many people in the world that if it doesn't work with somebody, that's fine because there's so many other people. Life is this weird thing where we get so attached to thinking that this is all that is when we know, for our immediate life, this is all that is. But life is this giant thing that we can't see most of it. Psych Substance on DMT Infinity says Psych Substance recently made a fantastic video about MDMA and how he used to be addicted to it and how that ended up messing him and his life up. And I respect him. I watched the video and I respect him and all that, but honestly, over the summer I probably went way harder for a shorter amount of time. But I'm gonna, I guess, test this theory out because 2021 I'll have a lot more MDMA, a lot more money, a lot more of this. Life will be a little better, whatever. And I'm kind of just been experimenting with things and seeing what testing out myths, things like that. But with MDMA, I used it every other day for like a week straight, and it was a beautiful week. The MDMA crashes for me. I'm just a really mentally strong person. I have nothing that can really depress me down. I've gone through so much in my life. I've lost a child to I've had a child taken from my home, like my son, in a sense, and lost him to the foster care system. And I've gone through a lot of bullshit and pain and whatever in my life. So I just love to explore and whatever. And the MDMA crashes didn't really bother me that much. it was just like I knew it was gonna happen. So I knew I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little sad for the next whatever. So yeah, I cried a little easier that week, the week after that week, and whatever. But I just accepted reality because I knew what I was getting myself into. But it's to each his own, and I think it's also how happy is your life outside of the psychedelic substances. How how happy are you in your relationship? How happy are you in your job? How happy are you with your kids? How happy are you in your family? How close are you with your family? How I feel like those things matter. The quality of your life outside of the drug use matters. And I have an amazing quality of life outside of my psychedelic and drug usage. So therefore the MDMA didn't really have much to make me depressed about. Um, because people usually get depressed about what's in their head, and it definitely made me realize what's in my head is I have control of what's in my head. I don't really allow myself to think negative shit anymore or anything. So there was nothing really sad, anything in there. Besides, I was just sad when I seen somebody cry, or I was watching Grey's Anatomy, and I watched that episode where Derek died, and I cried, and like I was like, okay, yeah, this is probably the MDMA, or just little things like that where I was like, yeah, there was probably lack of serotonin for that month, um, but something I kind of just laughed about and laughed it off. MDMA is definitely a drug, though. Out of all the substances I've done, it is the closest to a drug. Because I've never done meth, I've never done coke, I've never done whatever. But MDMA, definitely actually addictive. Geek Link says we have plans of running away together and going on a road trip, but I'm broke due to gambling, coke, and Molly addiction, and will take years to save up to do that shit. Honestly, the Molly could be the reason why of the sadness. I don't know how old you are, but like, cause I've never done coke, or things like that. I've done just Molly, but Molly these are dangerous molecules if you don't take precautions. LSD I can use multiple times in a week and mentally have no depression whatsoever. There is no crash really. If you have the mental capability to do a psychedelic like that, then it's not really a crash. There's an afterglow effect the next day. I feel more energized and more positive. With MDMA, no, there's actually a crash. And your serotonin will be low for a month after using MDMA. So like that's why I do make up rules that I follow with MDMA. I never redose more than once. If I take 175 milligrams, I'll redose once, maybe, I'll redose like 4 hours into that experience, and then, another 175 milligrams, and then I won't redose again. I'll let the experience, run its course and crash, and that's that. Mainly because I just try to do things to prevent the extreme crash. I always weigh my substances. I've never done more than 175 milligrams of MDMA at a time. Um, like, I'm going to make a rule with myself. I'll never do more than 225, maybe 250. But I don't think you even need to do that much. I did 175 milligrams, and that was fucking... I was rolling so hard. It was just one of those moments. But these things require safety. Drugs require safety. Just requires you to get educated on them. And researching MDMA, I realized it's the only molecule that is actually neurotoxic, which isn't good, and it can cause permanent damage to the serotonin receptors, which is not good. Which is why I would never use it the way I use. Geekling says the most. Hold on. Geekling says the first 2 times my girl and I talked, I was on 400 milligrams of Molly each day, each time. But you are probably right. Drugs fucked my brain a bit and will take some time to bounce back. Thanks, Mark, for putting that into perspective. Say the most, because you say the most Molly you've ever taken was 800 milligrams. I would say that's way too high, or I don't know if you test your substances, so like I don't know if it's pure, because like I can't imagine what that would be like if the Molly, because the Molly I had was so, it was so pure that like 175 milligrams was very potent. Now you could have fucked your receptors up, because if you fuck the receptors up, you lose the magic, and if you lose the magic, you'll need a lot more of the MDMA to get the same effects that you used to get with 100 milligrams. MDMA is one of those type of things, which is why I'm going to use it sparingly. I made a rule where I never, just a redose thing. I used it every other day for a week, but I'm not going to have multiple weeks like that. I made sure that I ate things the next day that helped me replenish my serotonin, a lot of things that contain tryptophan, and for that entire week or two, ate a lot of things that contain tryptophan to help my serotonin bounce back. And honestly, I feel like that's also an issue. Geekling says it was because it attaches to the H2 and H210 receptor, and I'm on Abilify that also attaches to it. And honestly, in my personal opinion, if you're on any medication whatsoever, any drugs, I would never take. Like me personally, I would never take MDMA, LSD, any of these things with any other substances besides like weed, I guess. Like I smoke weed with everything. But like it's just a me personally thing, because I use psychedelics for, I guess, the same reasons why people take antidepressants, or it's weird. Like I use psychedelics and substances for the same reasons why people go to church, the same reasons why people go to college, and the same reasons why people go to a therapist, all in one. And okay, you were off it for 2 weeks, then that was good. But the dosing is probably the problem, because I read a research paper where they were talking about MDMA, and that one extremely high dose can kind of burn out the receptor permanently. In a sense, it kind of fuck up the receptor permanently, which just kind of scared me. But your Soma Alchemy podcast, Lion's Mane helps repair receptor still have, and I agree with that. That's what I thought about when I read that article, and I thought to myself, lion's mane mushroom. If somebody was taking lion's mane mushroom every day, that would help them. If MDMA did cause some damage or something, whatever, that lion's mane mushroom might be able to help. I've had that same thought, and it's quite possible. That's also why I use a shit ton of motherwort. Motherwort, stachydrin, the molecule that's in motherwort, is neuroprotective. There's a lot of molecules that are neuroprotective and help protect the cells and all this other shit. And so like it's really healthy for the brain. So I just like to balance it out, because if I'm going to trip major balls, because I trip a lot, and if I'm going to do these substances, if I'm going to do this shit, I want to make sure that my body and mind is in the healthiest possible state it can be, which is why I work out every day. I jog almost every day. I'm eating much healthier. Just little things that are allowing me to just, I drink more water. I stopped drinking, cola sodas. I now only drink clear sodas. Just little things. And gig links. I mean, I guess at high doses, it probably has a trippiness effect, lion's mane mushroom. But mainly just 1 gram of lion's mane mushroom extract a day, for me, will keep the brain doctor away type shit. I don't use it for any drug effect. I don't use it for anything besides to protect my mind and memory and my brain, just as I'm growing and getting older. I'm 26 now. By the time I'm 56, I want to be just as mentally sharp and witty in the mind as I am now. So, yeah. Soma Alchemy podcast says superfoods activate genius. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Me too. Mysterious Noob Life. I need to order more lion's mane mushroom as well. Um, yeah. Honestly, when I was coming off kratom, I was taking every herb I possibly could at the same time, type shit. You know, because they all helped in their own way. Cordyceps is amazing as well. I experimented with that. I experimented with a mushroom cocktail blend that I used to make, which is like cordyceps, lion's mane, chaga, and I just make a chaga coffee and put the lion's mane extract in it and the cordyceps extract in it, and you know, and that was like 2017. Like the whole 2017, I was just on a bunch of different herbs. Like I would be on like 5, 6 different plants a day. Uh, just to help my body. And my body felt so amazing. My mind felt so amazing. And today, it's not that I couldn't do that, and I could do that again. It's just today in my life, I just LSD and other psychedelics have kind of helped me not. I've just been diving deep with LSD, really. So like I've just been not using herbs, exploring with that aspect of things. Smoke weed every day, but yeah. Maca, lion's mane, DH, Mucuna. Mucuna pruriens is amazing, amazing herb. The only problem I've seen with Mucuna pruriens is it can cause an allergic reaction. So you like a almost deadly one. Like my ex girlfriend, I gave that to her one time, and she like had an almost deadly allergic reaction. So that's one that I feel like you need to be careful with if you have allergy problems with like nuts or things like that. Or I don't know. Geek links. Never. If you have a mom who's not woke, it's not a good idea to mention too much to her. In a sense, you know. Wait until you get your own place, and then you tell her how it is. You say, "Mom, this is who the fuck I am." The Soma Alchemy podcast says you would like Dave Wolf. He talks about relationship between nutrition and having a better entheogenic experience. I've definitely found this to be true. Me too, 100%. I've definitely noticed I have a much better psychedelic experience, much more control over my psychedelic experiences, and more whatever the fuck, because I'm healthier, mentally, physically, spirit, like just all around. Giggling says, "I um, like my girl is cool with spiritualism, but I think I scare her when I do rituals, and I don't mean like self harm or other animals. Or by the way, I don't know, man. You seem young, so I mean, and she's probably young, so like just grow together. A relationship is about growing together. You know, two humans that like, especially young, so like two humans that just come together and build the relationship together, and they mend and connect, and you know, yeah, like I mean, so you're 20, she's 18. Give her some time. Explain more to her then. Um, just explain it to her, teach her that this is not what it looks like, type shit. Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan. Do you communicate with entities on psilocybin mushrooms? I communicated with the mushroom entity itself the last time I did psilocybin mushrooms, which was only like 2 months ago. Um, 2 months ago, did an eighth of mushrooms. For the peak, I was in darkness, had a blindfold on, and had 432 frequency playing, and turn the light off, then put a blindfold on, and then just laid next to my girlfriend. She was on it too, and we both experienced closed eye visuals. We both met um, the entity of the mushroom in a sense, but it was very interesting. It was I've done mushrooms many, many, many times, but that was the first and only experience that I've had with meeting the mushroom. But it was also the first time that I've just sat down, shut up, turn the music off, turn the frequency on, turn the lights off, and just blindfold and just sat there with the mushroom and waited for it to hit me. And and yeah, and the personality of the mushroom, it's very funny. It's a funny personality. And no, the mushroom kind of grabbed me by my face like a parent would to a child who's not paying attention type shit. Like I'm over here, like look at me, pay attention, and like because it was my girl's first time, so I was kind of worried about her. But like the mushroom was like look at me, like I want to try to take you over here and whatever. So you have to, and I was just kind of resisting it, and it was trying to use force, and it was laughing at me, and it just had this funny sense of humor because it was kind of laughing at my fear or my worry or um I was worried about my girl and it was telling me basically mind my business um and just be with it. And it was just it was a really interesting encounter with the mushroom, but it definitely was just telling me things I needed to do in my life. It was really serious. It was really serious, like serious talk. It felt like a father trying to communicate with me and tell me what it is. Question: do you have intrusive thoughts when you are suicidal? Um, I haven't I haven't been suicidal since I don't know. Like I used to uh, but I don't know. I used to self harm, like to be bluntly real with everybody, like and all this other shit. But now as I'm growing up, I start to realize that it's stupid. Because life is so beautiful and as sad as I could be sometimes, um it's never worth it's just never worth it. Life is so beautiful that if you just looked at the beauty for 10 seconds, you'd forget about the bullshit pain that you're obsessed with. Because, like, that's my problem. I was, like, obsessed with pain or something, obsessed with, like, I don't know. Now I'm obsessed with beauty and I'm obsessed with magic. And now I'm obsessed with living. I'm so obsessed with living that I trip whenever I want, that I smoke whenever I want. I live stream whenever I want. It's like, it's one of these things. Like, the girl that I'm with now, I fought to be with her in a sense. I fought for her attention. I wanted her to show her, like, I was going to make her fall in love with me type shit. I was determined, right? And it's like, man, I'm just determined to live before I die now. And that's all that matters. But thank you guys so much. I'm gonna get up out of here though, and I hope everyone has an amazing night. And I will most likely see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.